From a distance, a glacier looks like a silent, frozen desert stretching endlessly toward the horizon, a white expanse so vast and still that it feels untouched by time itself. The wind sweeps across its surface in soft whispers, and under the pale light of the sky it appears calm, solid, almost eternal. But beneath that smooth white surface, the ice is constantly moving, cracking, and tearing itself apart in slow motion. What seems frozen and lifeless is actually shifting inch by inch, grinding over rock, bending under pressure, and storing immense tension deep within its body. These fractures are called crevasses, and some plunge deeper than skyscrapers are tall, dropping into darkness that swallows light. Their walls glow in shades of blue, carved by pressure and age, forming vertical corridors that feel more like the entrance to another world than a simple crack in the ice. They form when the glacier flows over uneven ground, stretching and pulling itself forward until the ice can no longer hold together. The surface strains like glass under pressure, and invisible forces build silently beneath the snow. And when the tension finally snaps, the surface splits open without warning, sometimes in a matter of seconds. What looked solid and trustworthy can suddenly collapse, revealing a jagged mouth of ice beneath your feet. Some crevasses are narrow slits, barely wider than a boot print, thin shadows cutting across the snow. They appear harmless at first glance, like shallow scratches on an otherwise perfect surface. Others stretch like frozen canyons, wide and deep enough to swallow entire vehicles without a trace. Their edges crumble with the slightest vibration, and their depths fade into cold darkness far below. What makes them truly terrifying is that many are hidden beneath fragile snow bridges, delicate layers of wind-blown snow that disguise the void beneath. From above, the glacier appears solid and continuous, but below, there may be nothing but air and empty space. A single step in the wrong place can mean the difference between stability and free fall. Explorers crossing these frozen fields move roped together, spacing their steps carefully, trusting the ice with every movement. Each footfall is deliberate, measured, and filled with quiet calculation. If one falls, the rope becomes the only line between life and the void, snapping tight against the weight of gravity. In that instant, teamwork, preparation, and balance decide everything. Inside a deep crevasse, the world turns blue and silent, as if sound itself has been absorbed by the ice. Light filters down in thin beams, illuminating walls that shimmer like crystal. The walls glisten with compressed centuries of snowfall, each winter pressed into the next, frozen into clear, layered bands. Tiny air bubbles trapped within the ice hold fragments of ancient atmospheres. Each layer is a record of ancient storms and forgotten winters, a frozen archive of climates long gone. Within those layers lies a timeline stretching back hundreds or even thousands of years. But crevasses are not just cracks, they are engines of transformation within the glacier's massive body. They act as gateways, allowing energy and water to travel deep into the ice. Meltwater plunges through them, drilling vertical shafts called moulins deep into the glacier like natural wells. The water spirals downward, cutting smooth tunnels through solid ice. These hidden waterfalls carry surface warmth into the glacier's heart, transferring heat into places that sunlight never reaches. What begins as a trickle can become a powerful force, reshaping the ice from within. And as water reaches the base, it can lubricate the glacier's underside, making entire ice sheets slide faster toward the sea. The frozen mass begins to move more rapidly, pushed forward by invisible rivers beneath it. What looks like a frozen monument, immovable and eternal, is actually a slow-moving river of ice flowing toward the ocean. Its motion is subtle but relentless, measured not in seconds but in centuries. Some crevasses close again over time, their walls pressing together and sealing their depths as if the crack had never existed. Snow drifts across the surface, hiding all evidence of the void below. Others widen year after year, carving massive scars across the glacier that can be seen from space. From above, they resemble shattered glass stretching for miles, geometric patterns etched across the glacier's skin. The symmetry is striking, almost artistic, despite the threat they pose. Yet beneath the danger lies a beauty few humans will ever witness, hidden far from roads and cities. Deep inside the ice, the light refracts into impossible shades of turquoise and sapphire. A cathedral of ice rises within these depths, sculpted by gravity, pressure, and time over countless seasons. Arches and columns of frozen water stand in silence, untouched and pristine. And as the climate shifts and temperatures rise, these cracks may multiply, accelerating changes that reach far beyond the glacier itself. What happens within the ice does not stay there, because every crevasse is a signal that the glacier is alive, moving, responding to forces above and below. It is not static, not frozen in time, but constantly adjusting to its environment. The abyss in the ice is not empty. It is the pulse of a frozen world in motion, a reminder that even the coldest landscapes are dynamic and powerful. Beneath the silence, the glacier breathes, shifts, and slowly reshapes the planet.